Yes, people. What's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another daily transfer update. And guys, I tell you what, the transfer window and Chelsea is never dull. From the highs of the start of the week with Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia to a slight low today with the news that Reece James is injured again. Michael Olise deal to come to Chelsea is off. Lewis Hall is on his way to Newcastle. Chelsea are interested in potentially signing Brennan Johnson for £50 million from Nottingham Forest. We're accelerating our pursuit for Lyon's young French winger Bradley Barcola. There is so much going on. I mean, it's been one of the maddest days of the window so far, people. There is so much going on. Loads to get into, as always. People, please make sure you run out the likes. Make sure you subscribe on your way in to the stream as well. Make sure you smash the like, guys. 200 likes target, as always. And we are looking to hit 5.8k subs tonight, guys. That's not many to knock off. It's about 25 or so to knock off, people. 28 in total subscribers to knock off, guys. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It is a packed show today. There is so much to dive into, people. Big up to every single one of you that's already locked in. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you let me know where you're tuning in from. I'll get through as many things as I can in the chat. And guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, make sure you hit the link in the description and join the channel as a member and help support myself and the channel for $1.99 per month. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, make sure you become a member, guys, if you would like to do so. It would be massively appreciated, as I said. But people, let's see what you're saying in the chat early doors. And then we're going to dive into this. There is so much news to get into today. I mean, one of the maddest days on really of the transfer window so far for Chelsea, and we haven't even bought any players in. It's one of those where so much different stuff is going on at the moment, guys. Let's say hello to a few people. Reece James needs surgery on his hamstring. Thank goodness we got Gusto. Absolutely, thank goodness we got Gusto. I don't know what's going on. What happens with Romeo Lavia? When is he announced? The announcement should be imminent, really, whether it's today or whether it's tomorrow. The medical's been done and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, there's no reason why the Lavia announcement shouldn't be soon. Yeah, Brennan Johnson inquiry is definitely true. Not so sure on Doku. I would rather keep Hudson-Odoi than Brennan Johnson. Wow, that is great. I don't think he's that bad, but £50 million is certainly a lot of money for him. He's a talented 22-year-old boy, but again, it's a lot of money, but such is the market. I mean, Chelsea reportedly had offered Trevor Chalobah as part of a potential swap deal to bring the price down, but Chalobah not keen to go to Forest, feels he can play at a higher level, and rightly so, really. I think we've got to be totally honest. I think that's rightly so on that front. Hall left wing, mate. Hall's going to Newcastle. We're going to dive into that as well. Yeah, brother, new shirt is here. Repping the new shirt. Yeah, the Reece James injury concerns are a massive problem. All I'm saying is thank fuck we've got Gusto, because how has he got 75 minutes into Reece James's season and he is seemingly already injured again? It's mad. It is mad. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on with Reece at the moment. We're going to dive. We'll dive into that. This fan base is spoiled. Never happy with anyone we're linked with. I mean, look, I'm not dead against Johnson. It wouldn't have been a choice for me, but Cherky's more dynamic and dazzling. I think the Cherky stuff is dead, people. We don't need that Johnson and Chelsea, please. He is a waster. I mean, look, obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion, but look, I don't hate him. I think he's a half decent player. It's a lot of money, but that's the going rate in the market these days, unfortunately. But yeah, look, can we do better? Yeah, most likely. I think we probably can, but it's certainly, I don't think it's a disastrous move. RJ's injury is a joke at this point. I haven't got anyone. I haven't got anyone yet. Big up, Charlie. Gusto, good replacement. Yeah, exactly. It's made slightly better by the fact that we do have Gusto. The only problem is now who's going to be the backup to Gusto if he gets injured or doesn't play well. So we've got Disassi as an emergency right back, and dare I say it, Caicedo as an emergency right back as well. Lobo, big up, my guy. How about maybe get a goalkeeper? Yeah, he plays for the New England Revolution in the MLS. Again, I don't really know anything about him, but apparently Chelsea's budget for a backup goalkeeper is £20 million. So we're not bringing a first choice, and it's going to be someone who's youngish, up and coming, I suppose. £20 million budget is not much for a goalkeeper. Yeah, bro, I've got it on now. I've got it on now. I went down to the mega store yesterday. Mate, it's sold out on the website, but you can go, mate. If you go on the Nike website, they've got all the sizes there. Well, they certainly did this morning. Yes, big up, Wes. Time for Gusto to make his debut on Sunday. Yeah, Reece James is not playing on Sunday, no chance. Bro, I've already got the third kit last season with Enzo 5 on the back. I don't want to get another Enzo shirt. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Shavindra, big up, my guy. With Reece injured, who will be the new captain? Well, Reece is still captain, but Chilwell will be captain whilst Reece is out because he's vice captain. No, probably not. I mean, if the away kit's out with a sponsor, maybe, but I'm not going to get a home shirt with a sponsor as well. The sponsor list is iconic. Lewis Hall, good to stay all alone. Mate, Lewis Hall's gone. He's not staying anywhere. Path for Kudos is now, but Kudos is in talks with West Ham, guys. Amy, good afternoon. Too bad Reece is a hamstring, as you might have to keep a younger defender or spend less on a defender. Well, will surgery fix James's problem? Well, I mean, at this point, it certainly can't make it any worse. There's no way it's going to be making it any worse, guys. That is absolutely clear. No chance. No more Aspie at right back now. Thiago Silva, no. It'll be Ben Chilwell because he's vice captain. Reece James is a hero, but he's too injury prone. 70 games missed in the 3 seasons. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with Reece James at this point in time. Chalobah also out for a month as well. Guys, there's already 100 of us in the building and we're only 7 minutes in. Good, which is big numbers. Guys, only 34 likes though. People, pay your rent as you come in. Smash that like button, guys. It is really, really appreciated. The likes are really important. So let's get this well on the road to 100 likes, guys. If you're locked in now and you've not smashed that like button, make sure you click it, guys, because it does really help out. Let's get this well up towards 100 likes, guys. The target is 200 likes. So if you've not smashed the like button, make sure you do. And people, we are edging closer to 5.8K as well. We need to hit that mini milestone tonight. That is the target. We're about 28 subscribers away. So if you're not subscribed, I would be really, really appreciative if you could just click that subscribe button. It takes seconds and it helps me on my journey to 6K, which I'm targeting to hit by the end of the week, guys. Every new subscriber helps. Third kit is mint. They haven't worn the third kit yet. I don't know, brother. I don't know. Signing David Washington's and Barrett from Brazil at the expense. I don't necessarily totally agree with that. Chilwell will be captain because he was named vice captain. But let's dive into it then, guys. So we had the news first. We had the news first broken by Nathan Gissing around lunchtime UK time this morning, and it was his exclusive, saying that Chelsea captain Reece James has picked up a fresh hamstring injury. Excuse me, guys. I'm allergic to bad news about Reece James. Chelsea captain Reece James has picked up a fresh hamstring injury due for a scan later on today. And then it was then added further by, I think Nazar Kinsella was adding it, let me just try and find it, that Chelsea are now sweating on the results of a Reece James scan. Let me try and find it now. Let me see if I can find it. It was from Nizar. Anyway, yeah, basically, Chelsea have been dealt a double injury blow because Chalobah is out as well. Let's just quickly swap this one out and bring the other one up on screen. Chalobah out for a month, not ideal. Chelsea have been dealt a double injury blow, though. And by the way, guys, I know people thought Reece James was injured in the game on Sunday. He wasn't. This hamstring injury occurred in training, which is a bit concerning. I don't know why we suddenly got so many injuries. Like obviously, Badiashile is out from last season, but then Reece James is out now. We've got Wesley Fofana out with an ACL. Like Nkunku's out also. Like this is already sort of 2 star centre backs missing at the start of the season. It's our star number 10 and it's our captain now also out. That's 4 really, really key players all injured already. I just don't get it. I really, really don't understand it. I really don't understand what is going on here. But at some point, guys, we're going to have to start. I can't believe I'm saying this, but when do we start having the conversation about, well, what the fuck's going on here with Reece? What is going on with Reece right now? Because he's never fit. He's always getting injured. Like we all love Reece James. He's a world-class player. But at this point in time, Availability is an ability, and it is the best ability. And it doesn't matter how talented you are. If you are always injured, it is a massive, massive problem. And this is the problem that Chelsea have got right now, is that Reece James will play a few games, then he's injured. This must be what? The third hamstring injury in what, certainly in 3 seasons, but in a very, very short space of time. He missed a large chunk of time out last season with the hamstring injury that he missed the World Cup with. He came back. He did well over the pre-season. And then we're literally less than a week into the season, and he's already done a hamstring injury again. Obviously, Simon Johnson adding here that James is not expected to make a swift return, which obviously means that this James news, whenever it drops, is not good news. It is not good news. Look, I'm not buying the fact that he can't be captain because he's injured. But guys, I do feel that there does need to be a conversation about what is going on with Reece, and 2, why are we picking up so many injuries all the time? Like, I know you could put the Nkunku one down to playing a ridiculous pitch in Chicago. Would he have been injured if the pitch was a decent pitch? I mean, we'll never know the answer to that, and we'd just be purely speculating. But we've got Fofana, who reportedly did his ACL in training, which seems a very odd one. There doesn't really seem to be that many details as to why that happened. And we are in a really, really difficult situation right now, where we're probably looking at Reece James, well, absolute minimum, spending a month on the sidelines, probably looking at more. We probably are looking at more. I don't know what it's going to be. We're purely speculating here. We used to be keen on Chiesa and Amrabat. I can't see Chelsea looking at either of those. How can you do your hamstring in training? I don't know. He is. Yep, Chalobah's out for a month too. Bro, it's real, mate. Allergies to the fucking Reece James injuries. We are definitely not challenging for the league title with this injury-prone squad. This is the reality. We need top 4 and a trophy. No, we do need top 4 and a trophy, of course. But look, Gusto is a very capable deputy. You know, he stepped in and he did very, very well in pre-season, made his debut at the weekend. I think we are obviously in capable hands with him. But yeah, of course, it's not ideal that one of your star players and your captain, after 1 game, is already injured and facing a spell of potentially months on the sidelines. Ryan, big up for becoming a member of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Guys, if you want to become a member like Ryan has, make sure you hit the link in the description and become a member and support the channel and myself. It is greatly appreciated. Once the membership base starts growing, I'll be doing member-only call-in shows and all that sort of thing, guys. So make sure you support the channel. If you'd be kind enough to do so, hit the link in the description and become a member of the channel. Big up, brother. Thank you for your support. Yeah, guys, ramp these likes up. Come on, people. This is why Silva should have got captain. No, fair enough. New goalkeeper too. No, we do need that. Poch training must be hard. Yeah, it is. It's hard. Look, it's demanding. It requires you to be physically fit, and some players are obviously breaking down that aren't used to it or can't deal with it at this point in time. At this point right now, we've got Gusto. I'm sick of this happening. We can't just be playing the short-term game here with Reece, where we do a bit of rehab and then we patch him up and then, oh yeah, go back and play a few games and then it happens again. Right now, I want this dealt with once and for all. No taking shortcuts, no putting plasters over gaping wounds and all that sort of thing. Send him for the surgery, get him the surgery done, give him the time that is required to recover properly from whatever the problem is. We've got Malagusta, we've got Disasi who can play as a right back as an emergency. Just allow Reece the time that he needs to go and get this dealt with once and for all. Because I'm tired of playing this Reece James game when we're like, every time he comes back from an injury, we're just playing a waiting game for how long it's going to be until he gets injured again. Just go and get the surgery. Go and do whatever it takes to sort this problem out once and for all. And let's just get it done. I feel bad for Reece. NFL players play half Ds. What does that mean? James, that was a fake account, by the way, that was saying that he refuses to get surgery. That is a fake account. So that isn't true. You can't be captain if you're injured all the time. Mark my words, Chilwell be next week. Looks like he could break down too. I don't know. Questions need to be asked of our medical team. Yeah, mate, questions have been needed to be asked of the medical team for a long, long time right now. Like, the amount of injuries Chelsea have had is an absolute shambles. It's a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. Always got players injured all the time. We either don't rehab them properly, we rush them back, we're not doing the proper sort of strength and conditioning work that we should be. We're not doing the proper rehab stuff. I don't know what we're doing, but whatever we're doing isn't working. Looks like he wants to go watch his sister at the World Cup final. I mean, he's not going to go out to Australia, no. Get rid of pussy players, NFL teams. Yes, brother, thank you. Reece James needs surgery. He does. Yeah, bro, this is top bins. Big up, my guy. Yeah, this is a massive problem. Like, and I hate talking badly about Reece. I can't say anything bad about his footballing ability because he's a superb player, top talent. But you cannot get away from the fact that missing 57 games over the last 3 seasons is inexcusable. It's not good enough, and something has to be done about it. We need to get to the bottom of this, and we all know we're waiting for the Reece James news. We know it's going to be months, guys. We know it is. Like, I know we're trying to be positive and hoping, it might not be too bad. Not expected to make a swift return is basically a nice way of putting, yeah, this guy's going to be missing 2 to 3 months minimum, probably. And I'd love to be wrong, but we've been down this road so many times with Reece before. We need something. Fofana is reckless at tackling in training. I mean, I don't know. I'm not there. I hate to say this, but I'm not at that stage yet. I totally disagree. I don't think Fofana is a waste of money. He's just been very unfortunate at this point in time. Mate, you can't run around with a torn hamstring or whatever it is. You can pull a hamstring and it grows. Yeah, you can. Look, Chelsea should sell James. He can't stay fit. And I don't agree with that. Who's the backup for Gusto now? Yeah, this is a. I mean, look. I guess you got the Sassy that can play at right back as an emergency. Dare I say it, Moises Caicedo's played right back for Brighton at times. So yeah, I guess we could maybe go down that route. We need all our top players to get Champions League positions. We do. Our players get injured and then we panic by. Yeah, this is a problem. It is a problem. I think most Chelsea fans knew Reece would be injured. The surprising thing is nothing major has been done to address his injury. Yeah, I agree, Brad. I don't know why. Whatever rehab we're going down, I'm not saying it's the same hamstring. It could be the other hamstring or whatever it is. But it's certainly an interesting one. Like whatever rehab's been done on the previous injuries is clearly not working, or it's not holding up, and it's not working in the long term. Now, obviously, I'm not saying we should sell Reece James by any stretch of the imagination. I totally disagree with any people that think we should even be entertaining that sort of idea. But it must be said, guys, that we are struggling right now with Reece. There's no two ways about it. I don't think we're going to panic buy. No, I don't see any reinforcements coming in. The poet, big up. Thank you for subscribing, brother, from Kenya. Big up yourself. I mean, I disagree with that. But this reminds me of Rangers last season. We had 4 or 6 players injured. We always got injuries. I just don't know if that's true. Whatever that account that reported that today was actually a fake account. So I wouldn't read too much into that. James is refusing. He's not refusing to do the surgery. I'm not sure if that's true. Do we need to start Badiashile? Well, at some point we will, but he's still injured as well. I agree with your video on Chess Fan TV last season about Reece James. Brother, I can't remember what I said last season about Reece James. Didn't his sister have the same problem? Yeah, Lauren did have hamstring issues, and I think she went for the surgery, and I think she seems to be all right at this point in time. Yes, Irish Crow, big up. All good, my brother. What do you make of Olise signing a new 4-year deal with Palace? Yeah, annoying. I'm going to dive into that. It seems a very strange situation that has occurred there of the Olise stuff. We will dive into that, of course. Badiashile, Chalobah, James Brayer, and Kunku Fofana all injured. Yeah, a lot of injury problems. Guys, there's over 200 of us in the building right now. Big up to every single one of you that's in here. Still only on 82 likes, guys. Let's get this to 100 likes ASAP. Come on, guys. We can easily get 18 more likes to get this to 100 likes minimum, guys. The target is 200 likes, but hover over that thumb button, give it a click, guys. Let's ramp these likes up. Please make sure you smash that like button. It massively helps out. And people, if you're new around here and you're not subscribed, please join the community and subscribe. We're racing towards 5.8K. We're racing towards the 6K mark now, guys. So every new subscriber greatly helps. I'm hoping to hit 5.8K subscribers tonight. That's another 20 subscribers. There's definitely 20 of you lovely people that are in the building right now that haven't subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and help me on the journey to 6K. Let's hit that 5.88K target, people. We've got this. It's light work for you guys. What are we doing here? 4 months for James at least if he has surgery. But yeah, if he has surgery, I'd be surprised if he played again this year. But again, I'm not a medic or a doctor, so I was purely kind of hypothesizing there. Do the new shirts fit tight? I mean, I think it just fits normally, to be fair. It just fits normally. I said it to you after Liverpool game. He's be out, James. Is the NFL players play with broken backs? Olise deal also off. Yeah, we're going to dive into that. We should just sell James. I don't agree with that at all. Typical. We had so much going for us lately. It had to happen. Yeah, there was always going to be a problem, wasn't there? Reece has to agree to the surgery. In his eyes, it will take him longer to get back to fitness after the op. But what we should also say is that, you know, how hard must this be for Reece mentally? Because every time he gets injured, it's another setback. He misses games. He puts the hard work in to recover, to rehab. It's lonely. It's difficult. It's mentally tough. And then he gets himself fit again. He's the captain. And then bang, he's injured again and could be facing another few months out on the sidelines. It's so hard. It is so hard. I feel really sad for him. I do. I don't know if that's true, but Chalobah is out for a month. Brother, I hear you. Maybe we should do that. When Nkunku comes back in January, I hope we don't rush him back. I agree. No, he picks the injury up in training. He didn't get injured in the game. He picks the injury up in training. That is what happened. Do you think with all the injuries we have all of the time, we need a bigger than a 22-man squad? Well, brother, maybe we do. Maybe we need some more options because we're guaranteed to be picking up injuries left, right, and centre. Yeah, he does. So many of our key players are injured. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yes, big up, my guy. What else have we got popping off in the chat? Loads of stuff coming in, guys. Loads of stuff coming in. Sorry, I can't get through all of this stuff. We need Mohamed Kudus. Kudus is in talks with West Ham at the moment. Maybe we'll go back in for him. Who knows? Surgery and let Reece recover properly. I absolutely agree. I need Gusto. Yeah. No, look, Reece James is a top-class player. No two ways about it. I mean, I don't think anyone's denying that, but the injury concerns are massive. James's body is not made for football. We spent too much time in the gym. I mean, I don't know if that's true. This is the beginning of the end. I think we are slightly being a slightly overreactionary here, guys. In my opinion, this is another setback. It's another injury. It's going to be another chunk of games missed, which is not good. There's no two ways about it. It absolutely isn't good. We know that it's not good at all. But at the same time, people, I mean, it's just another one of those unfortunate things for us. But it is becoming a regular occurrence and a serious issue, and it is something that we have got to do something about. We have to do something about this. You know, I don't know what we're going to do about it, but for me, the obvious route seems that we need to go down the surgery route and just get this dealt with because, you know, I'd rather him spend the rest of this year out, if that's what it takes with surgery, and then it's dealt with and we come back and we don't have to constantly worry about, oh, is Reece going to get injured? Because at the moment, guys, let's be honest, we're just waiting for a Reece James injury to happen. We know it's coming. We just don't know when it's coming. Every game that goes by, we are just waiting for a James injury. And it's not a nice position to be in, just waiting for someone to get injured. You know, it really isn't. It really isn't a good place to be in. But yeah, I mean, that's the latest on Reece James, guys. We're just going to have to wait until the scan results come back, which shouldn't be too long, to be perfectly honest. It shouldn't be that long. I'd expect maybe later today, maybe tomorrow at some point, we will get those scan results, and we will see. We'll see what the damage is. But it is a huge concern. It is a huge concern. Yeah, no, he does. He doesn't have any short injuries. We know it's going to be months, even by the way it's worded. We know it's going to be months. I would say hold on to Lewis Hall till deadline. I mean, we've got Correa as well, who's really going to play. It's not going to happen. He's almost gone, Hall. Time for Gusto to shine. Agreed. Carlton, big up. Thank you for your support, bro. Almost our first 11 is injured and it's game one. I mean, I wouldn't quite go that far and say it's our first 11 injured, but there's a few players injured, which absolutely by any stretch of the imagination is not ideal at all. Yeah, guys, loads of us in the building already. Keep smashing the likes, people. Let's get this up towards a 200 likes mark. And keep subscribing to the channel as well, people. We are less than 20 subscribers from 5.8K. Come on, guys. 220 in the building. Let's hit this 5.8k mark. It's light work for you people. Light work, guys. Please smash that subscribe button. I don't believe this club has qualified doctors. Bro, look, I hear you as well. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on with this medical department? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing that the same players are constantly getting injured? The same players are getting injured all the time. It's lengthy spells on the sidelines as well. It's not like we're picking up injuries where I was only out for a couple of weeks. The injuries we're picking up are serious injuries, and they're out for a lengthy amount of time. Yeah, he wasn't injured in the game, but obviously, yeah, that injury came in training. Look, it's a massive problem. There's no two ways about it. As Claude once said, yeah, I mean, there's certainly time to go for the fucking medical department. I know it's going to be months, James. We all know it is. Will he be out for the whole season? No, look, he's not going to be out for the whole season. No, but it's a problem. We are looking at months, I believe. Would you take the Bayer Leverkusen right back from the Netherlands? I can't remember what his name is now. We don't, look, guys. We don't need another right back. We're not going to. I can't imagine we're going to sign another right back. Is Madueke fit? Yes, he is. Poch says he wants a 22-player squad, so 22 players with 3 goalkeepers, so 25. Yeah, doctors need to be sacked. Madueke last one game, then he's out injured. Oh man, who knows? Go get the jack, mate. I'll tell you what, bro. The Brighton physios are absolutely jacked. Mate, look, guys, I think we're being massively overreactionary of people saying we should sell Reece James. I mean, I totally disagree with that on every single level. But let's move away from Reece James. Again, Ian Martson could maybe be a potential option there. Could he play right back? And seems to be able to play a lot of positions. But look, we've got Malo Gusto, and now this is a huge opportunity for Malo Gusto to step up and prove that he can prove his worth. You know, that's a huge thing for Malo Gusto now. I don't think he expected to be Chelsea's starting right back so quickly after literally one game, but that is the position that he's going to find himself in now. He's going to find himself as Chelsea's starting right back, and the pressure's going to be on. But I think he's a top young player. He did really well in pre-season. So yeah, there's no reason for me why Malo Gusto can't make that step up and do really well. But yeah, guys, that's the latest on Reece James. Really bad news again for Chelsea is that Reece James injured, and we are now just waiting to see what the latest is going to be on his hamstring injury. So yeah, we are going to have to wait and see. There's no news at this point in time on it. So let's wait and see what happens. But yeah, we're just waiting for the scan results to come back, for the news to come back. So yeah, it's a problem. It is a problem. No two ways about it. But let's move on from Reece James. Let's hope. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool going from Hendo to Endo, which is yeah, he's in. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really that arsed about that signing. I mean, Gusto did have a hamstring injury when he arrived. Yeah, bro, I hear you. He's getting too many injuries right now. There's no two ways about it, guys. There is no two ways about it. He is getting too many injuries. But yeah, guys, let's move on to the next news then. So not only did we have the Reece James news that's bad for us, that we're waiting for the full extent of, we are now looking at something that I don't think any of us expected to be seeing today. We had the news earlier in the week that Olise was going to be joining Chelsea. We'd activated the release clause, but then we get this news here. By the way, Olise looks like he's off going to a fucking festival rather than signing a new contract there. But a really strange turn of events. He signed a new 4-year contract. Apparently, there's now a new higher minimum release clause in that contract. And he signed a new deal because Crystal Palace informed the club's lawyers of their intention to consider going to a tribunal with Chelsea over their approach for Olise. That's how the story changed. Palace very strong on that, and Chelsea left the conversation. So basically, Crystal Palace threatened us. Crystal Palace threatened us with legal action and going to a tribunal and reporting us for our approach of Michael Olise. And Chelsea have decided that the legal hassle wouldn't be worth it, and we've walked away from conversations, but we still maintain that we didn't do anything wrong. Now, something's not adding up here because Palace wouldn't, and that's also subsequently why the Lewis Hall deal to Crystal Palace fell through as well, because Palace weren't happy with our handling of the Olise situation. But my point here is that why are we like why are we getting reported for tapping up? Like in the modern day, everyone knows that tapping up takes place all the time. And it seemed that Olise was keen for the move. It's like Ornstein was reporting that, and everyone was reporting that £35 million release clause had been activated. But apparently Palace was saying that we hadn't met all the clauses of there's some complex clauses in the £35 million release clause, and we didn't meet them, or something. But anyway, they're not happy with our approach of the player, and they've threatened to take us to a tribunal and report us. So basically, we've, like Craig David, we've walked away because Palace threatened legal action against us. I don't really know. This is a really, really mad story, a real strange twist. But Chelsea walked away at the threat of being reported by Crystal Palace. That is something I wasn't expecting at all. But yeah, it's a weird one. I was bang up for Olise coming, but the reason why they won't go there is that Ed Aarons, who's been pretty good across this, is that told that Crystal Palace have discussed going to a tribunal with Chelsea over their approach for Olise. Chairman Steve Parish is said to be unhappy about their conduct. Also understand that Olise's release clause contains a sell-on clause for Palace as well. Look, Palace clearly not happy with our approach. Chelsea maintaining that our approach was fine. Someone's lying here. Someone's lying here. I mean, look, I'm not going to question Olise's ambition. He's still only 21. There's plenty of time for him to make a big move. And let's be real, he's not gonna stay at Palace for the next 4 years. He'll probably move on again next summer, and he's probably signed this deal knowing that he'll be sold next summer or in a couple summers' time. But I mean, look at Parish, that smug bastard. I mean, why is it clubs with birds as their crest are fucking nightmares to deal with? Seagulls and eagles, they can all go fuck themselves, honestly. I mean, seriously, fuck these guys. Look at Parish looking all smug. What a bastard. I mean, they've done us over big time there. I mean, but look, I wouldn't even rule out Chelsea going back to go and pay that release clause next summer if needs be. I think there's certainly a possibility that could also happen. I mean, but yeah, just what a mad turn of events that Olise suddenly so keen on the move, and then a massive U-turn, and he's signed for Palace again, new 4-year contract. I just don't get it, but it's a really strange one. But Chelsea clearly have got clearly hiding something, because you can't walk away at the threat of legal action and then maintain you've done nothing wrong. If we fully believed in ourselves that we've done nothing wrong, then we would have gone to the tribunal. But obviously we don't fancy that, because maybe we feel there's something that we could get found out on and done dirty. Never wanted Olise. Anyway, hope Palace go down. Yeah, fuck Palace. No, not bothered by Olise either. Look, I would have liked him to have come. I think he's great. Yeah, I agree. Any news on Hakim Ziyech? Yeah, he's going to Galatasaray. That move is very, very close. But we're not going to celebrate any Hakim Ziyech stuff, just in case anything happens last minute, because we've done it before. He was injured anyway. Yeah, that is true. Yes, big up, mate. I think the squad's decent at the moment. I do think the squad is very good. We still need a few more reinforcements. I'd probably give it a B at the moment, a B plus or something. Typical Parish. Look at him smiling beside a player. Yeah, fuck off, Parish. Why did we do something that we could be? I don't know what's happened here. Palace will waste him like Zaha. I think. Look, Olise is not going to be at Palace for long. Realistically, we bidded the clause, and they were probably somewhat okay with it at first. Denny Hall was removed and maybe sold instead. Yeah, there's some underhand tactics going on here. What else is going on here? Crystal Palace guy. Yeah, I mean, it does. What a smile. Yes, Wes, big up. This season we have too many beefs with our clubs. Yeah, we are beefing with other clubs for some reason. Olise is such a great player and it's ruined my day. Yeah, we do need another winger now. We're going to get onto that shortly because there's been so much going on. Crystal Palace likely found a loophole. I mean, yeah, maybe Palace did find a loophole. Maybe they did. Who knows at this point in time? Possibly they did find a loophole. But yeah, whatever's happened here, guys, it's the Crystal Palace, the Michael Olise move to Chelsea is off. And it's not happening. He signed a new brother. St. Maximin's gone to the Saudi League. He's done out here. We are looking at Brennan Johnson and Bradley Barcola, the Lyon winger, as well. So that there are options on there on the short list. Neto, look, I like Neto, but again, going to be expensive, guys. Going to be expensive. We haven't got an endless budget, despite what people think. We do need to make player sales. We do need to balance the books. I like Neto. But yeah, guys, anyway, that pretty much sums up the Olise situation, is that Chelsea walked away like Craig David from the deal because Palace threatened us with legal action. But yet we still maintain we did nothing wrong. Something's not adding up there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, what's happened here is that Chelsea aren't getting Michael Olise and we're going to have to move on to someone else. Yeah, Barcola is definitely one that we're looking at. Olise wanted to come, but Parish has fucked the guys. Good move to Chelsea. I don't know. Barcola better than Johnson. Look, we're going to get into the Barcola and Johnson stuff. Watch this. Crystal Palace will get relegated. Yeah, I hope Palace go down, the bastards. James is so injury prone. You have to be taken about his future. Look, he is very, very injury prone, but I don't think we should be talking about his future at this point in time. Let's wait and see what happens on this one. But guys, we are now going to move away. Any chance Chelsea going back in for Kudos? I mean, never say never, but I don't think Kudos is part of the plans right now for the club. In my opinion, from all the reports that are coming out, from all the stuff that I've been reading, Kudos doesn't appear to be, doesn't appear to be part of the plans. But let's wait and see what happens. Anyway, let's move on to the news about Brennan Johnson and Bradley Barcola. Let's start with the Brennan Johnson stuff. But guys, before I start with that, 245 people in the building, 139 likes. Guys, let's get this to 150 likes ASAP, and let's get it on the road to the 200 likes as well, people. That shouldn't be an issue for us at all. If you've not smashed the like button, make sure you smash it, guys. The likes really help. I wouldn't keep going on about it if they didn't help. So, guys, make sure you get this to 150 likes. Let's try and get this towards 200 likes as quickly as possible. There's still loads and loads to go through in today's show. And, guys, we are also 18 subscribers away from 5.8k. There's 240 of you locked in. Guys, 5.8k needs to be hit ASAP, Rocky. It needs to be hit today. In the next whatever, however long this stream is going for, we need to hit the 5.8k. So if 18 of you lovely people in here that haven't hit a subscribe button could smash the subscribe button and help support me on my journey to 5.8k journey, ultimately to 6k, become part of the community that we're building here, that would be massively, massively appreciated. So please do smash that subscribe button, guys. 13 subscribers to go. People, you are amazing. The love is always appreciated. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Let's get this to 5.8k ASAP, Rocky. And guys, let's dive into the news then. We have got on Brennan Johnson today. Obviously, the links for Brennan Johnson came out before the Michael Olise stuff was made public and was confirmed. Kind of makes sense now why those links occurred. But where are we at this point in time? So Chelsea have joined the race to sign Nottingham Forest forward Brennan Johnson. Forest value Johnson at around £50 million. Let's have a look what is being said about Brennan Johnson then, guys. So obviously, apparently, Todd Bowley has been in contact with the Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis over preliminary negotiations for Brennan Johnson. Obviously, Chelsea did try a swap deal earlier in the window, or earlier this week, with Trevor Chalobah reportedly going the other way, but Chalobah wants to play at a higher level. But let's just dive into this, because Nazar Kinsella's been on this, and he's been pretty good with it. So Chelsea have held talks with Nottingham Forest for £50 million rated forward Brennan Johnson. The 22-year-old Welsh international was a subject of club-to-club talks last week and is on Chelsea's shortlist after Michael Olise stayed at Crystal Palace. Pochettino wants at least one more attacker, and Johnson was discussed as part of a potential swap with Chalobah last week. Chalobah is set to reject the move, as I was saying, to the City ground, as he wants to move to a higher level club, but the Blues could now return to complete a standard permanent transfer. Brentford have already had a club record £35 million bid rejected, while Spurs also monitoring the forward. Forest insists Johnson, who is under contract until 2026, remains part of their plans, but his suitors believe they can drive down the asking price to £40 million. Any sale will be unpopular among supporters, but Forest attempted to balance the books after spending £150 million on 27 players last season. So Chelsea have also sounded out Ajax's Mohamed Kudus and Celta Vigo's Gabri Veiga this window. Now, look, Brennan Johnson is not exactly the exciting signing we were all looking for. I think that's fair to say. But I'm just going to bring some Brennan Johnson stats up, guys. Just going to bring some Johnson stats up, because he's not. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. Let's go with this here. So, it's from Pythagoras and Boots, who's quite a detailed analyst. Does a lot of stats. This is quite a big thread, guys. So bear with me. Otherwise, we're just going to go. So what he's saying here is, and we'll get the stats up. Brennan Johnson, if you're going to have a quite defensively minded midfield like Chelsea, and the distance between the midfield and attacking line is very big, then this man makes sense, as he'll, in practice, be able to ball carry / drag his team up the pitch, much like Mudryk and Jackson, saving the legs of Reece and Chile. Olise and Madueke would have, in practice, become too same, albeit it would have been good for both of them to get rotated. It's unlikely either's ego would be willing to accept that he can also cover for Jackson in a way Olise couldn't. Whilst Nkunku is out, a possession-based approach with slow possession through the thirds looks like Chelsea's best bet. Let's get on to that. The front three at this moment are no prime Barca level players, full stop, but especially not against low blocks. But the feet of Jackson, Mudryk and Johnson aren't that of a Theo Walcott or Valencia, where it's solely built for counter-attacking and drilling in crosses from out wide. Inadvertently, the more the possession is kept, the more the opponents will be frustrated and end up blindly chasing, leaving the spacing behind for the front three regardless. Slower build-up will also allow the midfielders to get in support at the edge of the box to pick up the loose balls from crosses that are snuffed out by the opposition, resulting in pops at goal from Enzo or keeping territory in the final third, pinning the opponent back. Win-win. So, let's look at these pictures here then. So, last season then, Brennan Johnson. Again, data-driven options, guys. And I don't think we should be turning our nose up at data-driven options. Data-driven options gave us Nicholas Jackson, who, let me remember now, guys, people weren't that pleased about Nicholas Jackson. Now everyone is seemingly raving about him. So do you know what I mean, people? Like, everyone's seemingly now raving about Nicholas Jackson. So let's not turn our nose up at data-driven options. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, Brennan Johnson is my ideal signing and I'm delighted by it. But let's have a look at the stats here. So average ball carrying distance. No player in the Premier League last season carried the ball further on average than Brennan Johnson. Mate, we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that at all. The data-driven approach is a new approach. Chelsea have gone down the approach in the past of just signing proven big names, and it's not really worked. So we're going down a new route, and I don't like it when people turn their nose up at signings that they haven't even put the shirt on for the club yet, or haven't even potentially joined. Like, it's not just, I'm not having a go at anyone particularly. I'm just saying that, like, fans in general, we're so quick to bash a player like before he's even signed for the club or even put the shirt on and made a single appearance, just because they're not necessarily a big name. I'm not a massive advocate for signing Brennan Johnson, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he's shit or that it'd be an awful signing for us, because I think there could be some positives for it. I'm just trying to give a bit of a rounded view to the whole situation. I hear you on that one. No, absolutely not, because he's washed, unfortunately. It pains me to say that, but Eden Hazard is washed. at this point in time. There's no denying it. Eden Hazard's washed now, unfortunately. But look, no player carried the ball further on average than Brennan Johnson in the Premier League last season, which suggests that he's got very, very good ball carrying skills, good dribbling stats as well, which is an absolute plus. We then move on to fewest pass options post carry, minimum of 100 ball carries, and again he tops the ranking there in the Premier League as well. So look, whilst this is not like an amazing option, and I absolutely get it, guys, that it's an awful lot of money. But if we're being honest, in this day and age, the market and attacking players are always going to go for more money. We know that attackers are always going to command higher fees. £50 million, or if you get it down to 40, that is realistically what the going rate is to try and get players in the market at the moment. Yes, you can try and get the odd one here or there slightly cheaper, but the reality of the situation is, people, that 40 to 50 million pounds is the base rate for these sort of players at this point in time. I feel like it's too much money. Fans are so fickle. Agreed on that. Loads of goals and at least his experience with his Welsh national team. I mean, I don't know how many goals he scored last season. If we buy Johnson for 50, we're idiots. I mean, look, let's wait and see. Chelsea obviously going to try and drive the price down. And look, guys, he's just an option. He is just an option at this point in time. There's nothing saying that Chelsea are definitely going to sign him or anything like that. Fair enough. True, but after all the big money strikers we signed that flopped, I didn't mind it. Yeah, but again, like, people want us to be smarter in the transfer market, you know, and then they moan when we're potentially linked with data-driven signings. If we pay 50 million for Johnson, stupid. Anthony Gordon all over again. Look, this Barcola guy, we're going to dive into him. Be honest, I don't know an awful lot about him. I know he's a talented boy, but let's be honest, no one's really. There's news about Lavia as well. We will have a look at that in a sec. Has Lavia been announced or something? Maybe no, I don't think he has. Let's have a look where that Lavia news is. I know that Lavia has obviously done his medical and stuff. We're just waiting to sign all the documents and all that stuff. Romeo Lavia to Chelsea could be tonight, but there's still a few bits of paperwork to go. Tomorrow, perhaps, is the most likely outcome. Fair enough. So maybe Lavia tonight or tomorrow, as I said. Keep Washington. I don't think we will keep Washington. Kudos will do. Newmarket nowadays, their recent clubs are asking for more money. Yes, big up my guy. We've sold Hall, the insult Hall. Look, again, I'm going to dive into this Lewis Hall stuff a little bit later on, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people have made it out to be. Did people see Johnson's miss against Arsenal? He'll fit in well with us. I mean, I didn't actually see that, but yeah. He might be a very good player once he plays with a better team. Agreed on that. Yet Washington will be going to Strasbourg. But guys, my thoughts on Brennan Johnson is that it's certainly an interesting one. It's certainly one that I wouldn't have had on my list of players that I would have thought Chelsea would be linked with this summer. But such as the transfer window and Chelsea, it's always a mad one. I think we can do better, if I'm being totally honest. I think we can do better. Nothing against Johnson. Hall wasn't sold for £40 million. We can do better for sure. And it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. It's one to keep an eye on for sure. But it's not the most exciting, in my opinion. I know a few Forest fans, the lads over at Forest Fan TV. They rave about him. They like him. He's up there with Morgan Gibbs-White as their best player, but Forest desperately needs to sell because they're in FFP issue. So I think you could get 40 or 50. And again, West Ham are interested. Brentford have been interested. Spurs have been interested. Aston Villa have been interested in him as well. Let's just wait and see how this one develops, really, people. I mean, I don't know. There's been preliminary discussions between the two owners. So we just need to wait and see how this one might develop, guys. That is the reality of the situation. We just have to see how this develops. But look, I'm not doing cartwheels. I'm not over the moon about it. It's not, to me, like a really, really exciting signing. I think that's fair to say. It's not massively exciting, but at the same time, it could be a shrewd piece of business potentially. Now No, what we're saying here, no other top club would look at and be interested in Johnson. I mean, okay. Danny Olmo, what a baller. Oh, yeah, Danny Olmo was a top player. Hall was sold for 40. No, we're not. But this is a different Chelsea. This is not the same Chelsea that we were under Roman Abramovich. We are doing things in a different way. The stats are baseline or minimum expectation for future performance. I would agree that Gibbs White is better. Again, a slightly different player to Johnson, but I would agree that Gibbs White is better. If we want to win, but again, people, I think we need to remember that Johnson wouldn't be coming in to be a first team starter. He would be part of a squad depth and rotation. So we're not bringing him in for a starting role. That's important to state, guys. We're not bringing him in for a starting role. 50 million is too much. Rather sign Kudos. Again, guys, I don't think we're going to get Kudos. Guys, 260 in the building still. 175 likes. Come on, people. Let's get this to the 200 likes mark, guys. Get those likes up, people. Final 25 likes. There's definitely 25 of you in here that haven't smashed that like button. So let's get this to 200 likes, people. It needs to happen. Don't freeload the content. The likes are really, really important. It spreads the stream. It gets more eyes on the channel, which is only a good thing. So let's rack up these final 25 likes. And let's knock off these final 10 subscribers, people. 10 more subscribers to 5.8K. Let's do it, guys. Come on. Last 10 subscribers, guys. There's 267 in the building. 10 of you definitely haven't pressed that subscribe button. So make sure you smash the subscribe button. Join the community. Join me on the journey to 6K and wherever this journey is going. We're going on it together, guys. 10 of you lovely people, please smash that subscribe button. It is massively, massively appreciated. Let's do it, guys. It should be light work for you people in the chat. But we have Medwaker. He's a dribbler / ball carrier. Great Ballet Johnson. Prices for players are increasing at a fast rate. It's getting scary. It's mad. I would take Bradley Barcola over Johnson. I probably would as well. Get Barcola. Ferran Torres. He was good at City. I'm not seeing it for me. I've been told why are we selling all our young players because they're pure. Yeah, they are. The young players are profit towards the club. We're going to dive into this Lewis Hall stuff as well. We'll have to listen to. Again, look, Johnson's a good player. He had a good season for Forest. No two ways about it. Chelsea's obviously a step up. Of course, he'd fancy the move. There have been preliminary talks held over a potential deal. Chelsea maybe could include players. Maybe Callum Hudson-Odoi could go the other way as we look to try and bring the price down. Could we send them Bashir Humphreys on loan? They could maybe do another centre back as well. I think there's definitely options there to do some sort of players involved in the deal to bring the price down. But let's wait and see what happens on this one, guys. Again, let's not overreact and go crazy and go mad here because at the moment it's just interest. It's just the name. It's just the name on the list. Why are we hating on Johnson? He's better than Gibbs, right? Look, Gibbs White. Look how well he played for a Forest side last season. He was their standout player. Look, I don't think he'd be terrible. We should go get Eze. Again, not going to happen. I think the relationships between Chelsea and Palace right now aren't the best. So it's probably in our best interests to stay away from negotiations with them for a little while. No, again, I think Nonto from Leeds is going to go to Everton. And again, ultimately, I don't think really good enough for Chelsea. But yeah, no, we need attacking midfield players / widemen. We've got 3 wingers at the club at the moment, and Kunku's injured as well. We need an attacking midfield player / right winger or whatever it is. I would not spend a penny over 15 million for Johnson. Kudos, Eze, Cherky. Yeah, bro. Look, Eze is not going to come. Kudos is not coming. Cherky's not coming. Neither's Danny Olmo. Neither's Neto. Neither's Wirtz or Nonto. Barcola is a possibility. I am worried about the future of football, the transfer fees. Yeah, the transfer fees are mad. They are mad. Kudos, look, I like him. I like Kudos, but again, it appears he's in talks with West Ham. Chukwuemeka is better than this guy. Again, different positions. Barcola isn't a goal scorer either. No, he's not. Kudos is best option available. Why aren't we going for him? Dan, we let them Gallagher. We did. Ansu Fati wants to leave. Ansu Fati, very talented, but if you want more injury-prone players at the club, then yeah, come on in, Ansu. Come on in. because that's where that one's going. But that's fair. Everyone's entitled to their opinions on this, and I'm just saying that like it wouldn't be as disastrous as everyone's making it out to be. Of course, I think we can do better than him, but yeah, it wouldn't be as disastrous as everyone is saying, guys. That is kind of the point that's the point that I'm getting to on this one. But let's move on to the other news then, people. And guys, we still haven't quite hit the 200 likes mark yet. 13 more likes, guys. Come on, 253 in the building. People, knock these final 13 likes off. Let's get it to 200, guys. Come on, people. Do your thing, people. Do your thing. Let's get this to 200 likes minimum. Come on, guys. Realistically, Kudus is better than West Ham. He is. Look, there's obviously a reason why Chelsea aren't going for Kudus. I don't know what that reason is, but there's obviously a reason why we are not going for Mohamed Kudus. I don't know what those reasons are, but there are reasons why we are not going for him. But let's move into someone who we might be going for, and that is Lyon's French winger, Bradley Barcola. Let me see if I can find the Bradley Barcola stuff. So, this was first reported by Fabrice Hawkins. Chelsea have accelerated for Bradley Barcola in the last few hours. No final green light from the player yet. Lyon already refused an offer of £35 million from PSG. I mean, this guy looks like a bit of a cold baller. Again, I've never watched him play. I'm not going to sit here and say he's amazing. I don't really know too much about him. And people, obviously, I'll try and find people that have watched him, and let them explain in a better way. But this is clearly another very young, talented attacking player. He's a winger, can play left, can play right, looks good. Again, 35 million euros. PSG have refused that. The asking price believed to be 50 million euros, around 42 million pounds. So again, you know, it's another very young player. It's another up and coming talented player. But we don't know how good he's going to be. It's another one of those that fits the mold that Chelsea are obviously looking the route we're looking to go down. But let's bring his stats up, guys, from Liga last season. Let's see what he was like. I don't know how many games he played, but let's have a look at his stats. Anyone looks good in comp, so I'm not going to bother bringing a comp up because we know obviously how good he was in comps. But let's have a look at Transfermarkt. What are they saying about Barcola? I'll try and make this a bit bigger, and then we'll bring it up on the screen. Right. Let's have a look at this. Oh, right. Okay, people. Let's have a look then. So last season then for Barcola, he was born, he's 20 years old. Let's have a look at those stats then. So he's played quite regularly for Lyon. Let's bring it up now on Transfermarkt. Bradley Barcola, Transfermarkt stats. So in Liga last season, he played 26 times for Lyon, 5 goals, 9 assists, played 1,436 minutes, and he grabbed a couple of goals in the French League Cup and an assist there as well. In terms of the under-21s European Championships, he got 2 assists and 2 goals in that tournament. So this is a player that's clearly got ability for a 20-year-old. 9 assists and 5 goals in 26 appearances for a wide player is not terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, Matoma again is a good player, but we joke, but we can't go back to Brighton. We can't go back to Brighton again. Look, good stats. Yeah, he's gone on loan to RB Leipzig from PSG. Is the Barcola news true? Yes, the Barcola news is true. Kudus destroyed Liverpool's defence in the Champions League. I mean, he destroyed them. We should be all over it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Kudus, but the fact that, you know, the likes of us, Arsenal, etc., are not keen on going for him, that potentially suggests something that you know, maybe there's something that we need to be aware of potentially, guys. I'm not sure. Would have loved Siemens from PSG. I hear it. We need left-footed right winger. No, nothing about him, so I can't say anything. Yeah, I don't know anything about him either. Guys, did anyone in the chat actually watched much of Barcola at all? Please let me know. He's very good. Mitoma, good stats because Leon underachieved a lot. Second kit now confirmed, is it? Is the away kit now confirmed, people? Oh, love that. Let's have a look. Have the club confirmed it? Oh, I bet it looks. Oh, let's have a look. Again, this is on Kudos, guys. Mohamed Kudos and West Ham are in talks over personal terms and working to get a verbal agreement done. Ajax are demanding over 40 million euros to let their player go, and you're yet to receive an official offer. So they have not received an official offer yet. Guys, where are you seeing this away kit stuff? Guys, where are you seeing this away kit stuff? Because, or what are we saying here? What are we saying here? On this one, because I can't see the away kit stuff. What are we saying, guys? Second kit now confirmed. Where's it confirmed? Where's the second kit confirmed? Oh, it's Chelsea Dodgers, is it? Fuck. Well, how have I missed that? I normally have notifications on for the Chelsea Dodgers. Oh, it's footy headlines again. Like we've already seen this. Yeah, look. Yeah, I'll bring it up later on, but we have already seen that. It's the same leaks. But yeah. Anyway, look, these stats look good, but 40 million euros is what West Ham, is what Ajax are asking for Kudos. Look, apparently no official bids have gone in. If Chelsea genuinely wanted Kudos, then we would have. I don't know why we wouldn't have already done it. I don't know why we wouldn't have already done it, guys. If we genuinely wanted him, so yeah, we need to wait and see what the situation is there, because is James' injuries confirmed? No, the James injury is not confirmed. It's confirmed that he's done his hamstring, but it's not confirmed at how long he is going to be out of action for. That is not yet confirmed. So we're going to have to wait and see what the situation is with that. But look, in terms of Barcola, again, I'll see if I can potentially find any more information on him from people that know a bit more about him. But look, he's obviously another. And again, look, Barcola clearly very talented, but we don't know how. Look, I'm not saying that Barcola is better than Brennan Johnson or anything like that. Is worse than Brennan Johnson, but I don't think we can be saying that like Brennan Johnson absolutely isn't it, but then this Barcola kid is because he's French or he's from Lyon or whatever. He's versatile across the attack, technically gifted. He's got an eye for goal and for the pass, and actually has a pretty good work rate for a talented attacker. Barcola better than Johnson. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see on him, because I think this could be an exciting signing. But again, like not very many of us know much about him. But apparently, according to Skill Corner, Bradley Barcola was on average the fastest 20-year-old player across Europe's top 5 leagues last season. Obviously, there's way more to his game than just speed. Which I think is fair. But look, he looks good. Again, what I would say is everyone looks good in comps. Lyon want 50 million euros for him. PSG have been trying most of the summer to try and get him, and they've not been able to get him at the moment. They had a 35 million euros bid rejected for him. But, you know, let's wait and see, guys, on this Barcola stuff. I mean, none of us really know an awful lot about him. But let's wait and see what happens on that front, guys. Let's wait and see what happens. But people, we are 4 subscribers away, 4 away from 5.8k. There's 276 in the building, guys. There's definitely 4 of you that haven't pressed that subscribe button. So right now, guys, if you're not subscribed, go over and click that subscribe button. Let's hit 5.8k subs right now, people. Let's get it done. Go and smash that subscribe button. We're on the journey to 8k, sorry, to 6k. And we are very, very close now. So let's hit the mini milestone of 5.8k. Smash the subscribe button. Only requires 4 of you to do it. Let's get it done, guys. I would rather play Lewis Hall at Cam. Let's wait and see. Being fast is good if you play rugby league. Has the Lavia deal been confirmed? No, it's not been officially confirmed yet. Could be tonight, but is most likely going to be tomorrow. That is the update on Romeo Lavia. But yeah, in terms of Barcola, again, we don't know. We just don't know. Man, Johnson is better than Hall. Be serious, guys. Newcastle with Hall and Livramento is annoying. I don't think it is annoying. Is anyone really that bothered we sold Livramento? I don't think so. We got a fat sell-on clause in there. He wasn't going to get any minutes for the club. Makoko again has been linked with the club in the past, but he's obviously I don't see us going for him at all. 5.8k already. Swear you were at 4k. Yeah, brother, we were. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, 5k was about 2 weeks ago, maybe a touch more. So yeah, it's going really well. So yeah, now big up for the support. I appreciate each and every single one of the people in the chat, everyone that supports the streams on a daily basis. It's kind of mad how quick the channel has grown as well. But yeah, we're not stopping at 6k. We're not stopping at 5.8. We're keeping on growing. We're going to keep on growing. And see where the journey goes. But yeah, big up, Ols, big up. Lavia needs to be registered before midday tomorrow if he wants to play on Sunday. He does. Hopefully before 12 noon for Lavia. I agree on that. I don't see why it wouldn't be. We're just doing the final bits of paperwork. So let's hope that that is done before then. But yeah, guys, Bradley Barcola, Chelsea are accelerating their interest in him. It's going to be us versus PSG, it looks like, for his signature. Asking price of around 50 million euros. Talented 20-year-old attacker that can play across the front line. Let's wait and see what happens with our pursuit of him. But in terms of any further insight, guys, I haven't really got much more detailed analysis or insight to give on him because I don't really know an awful lot about him at all. And that is the reality, guys. I don't know very much about him. So yeah, let's wait and see what we do. Let's wait and see if we make a move for Brennan Johnson. Let's wait and see if we make a move for Bradley Barcola. But yeah, guys, let's move on to another contentious talking point that's got a lot of people not very happy, and that is the sale of Lewis Hall. Are you worried about our attack? Worried. I don't know if I'm worried, but it's a concern where all the goals are going to come from. It's going to require Jackson to hit the ground running, and it's going to require all the attacking players to make a big step up. There's no two ways about it. It's going to require the attacking players to step up and contribute with more goals. We were 30, 40 goals short last season. We are going to have to make those numbers up. We're going to have to make those numbers up. So yeah, everyone needs to step up. But let's have a look on Lewis Hall. So let's get into it first. So apparently it is a loan with an obligation to buy at the end of it. So it's a loan with an obligation to buy people. Let's bring it up now what Secret Scout is saying. Big up to the Secret Scout. He's been on fire this window. Chelsea and Newcastle agreement for teenager Lewis Hall. Fee around £28 million initially. Player set for a medical this week. Surplus to requirements due to Chilwell and Kukurea. Dan Ashworth, who's obviously the technical director at Newcastle, keen to add top young players to Newcastle's current academy. Not enough to support the first team. Opportunity for Chelsea to cash in and help with FFP. He is on his way up to Newcastle. Now, of course, Lewis Hall is a boyhood Newcastle fan. So let's also be clear about that one. He is a boyhood Newcastle fan. But let's move on to what Nizar Kinsella has been saying as well on this matter. And he's reporting, and I think like others have reported as well, that Newcastle are trying to complete a loan with obligation move for Chelsea's Lewis Hall right now. Fee could be between 28 to 30 million pounds, depending how the deal is ultimately structured. Expectation is it gets done. Again, are Chelsea going to try for a sell-on clause or a buyback clause? I don't know what we're going to go for. I think we need to try and make one of those options work. We need to include one of those in there. I'm not sure Newcastle would be keen on a buyback. A sell-on clause might be the best compromise in this situation. I think a sell-on clause might be the best compromise. By the way, guys, one subscriber away from 5.8k. Let's get it done, people. One out of the 250 people in the building, please click that subscribe button, guys. We're one subscriber from the 5.8k. Let's get it done, guys. Come on, people. And whilst we're at it, keep smashing the likes and get those likes up. We're on 216 likes, guys. Let's try and reach 250 before the stream is out. So stop freeloading the content. Make sure you hover over that thumb button, give it a click. The likes are really, really important. So let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Run those likes up to 250. Are we going to reach that 5.8K? Have we reached it? Yes, we have reached the 5.8K. Big up to everyone. Thank you for the support, guys. We're going to race along now. Keep subscribing, guys. Let's keep adding the subscribers tonight. Yes, big up. What have we got going on here? We need Marcus Alonso for goals. Buyback got to be. I don't think Newcastle would agree to a buyback. That's my point on this. I'm not sure they would agree to a buyback. But let's talk about the Lewis Hall stuff then, guys, because it's caused a bit of a stir amongst the fan base. I think the anger. I mean, maybe the anger from the fans over selling Lewis Hall to Newcastle is not necessarily just to do with him being from the academy, although I think that maybe plays a part, but also because, let's be real, he's a very talented youngster with a big future. We could have kept had we managed things better. I think that's also fair to say. Reportedly, Bobby Vincent from Football London saying that Lewis Hall wanted to leave since he's been at Chelsea since he was 7, obviously supporting Newcastle as a boy, but he was just willing to sign a new long-term deal with us. So again, the he wanted to leave thing, how true is that, considering that he wanted to sign a new long-term deal with us? It doesn't really make too much sense on that one. It really doesn't. So we are going to have to wait and see. Again, I've just got a problem in the group chat here because I'm being bantered about Reece James. But people, what are we saying about this Lewis Hall stuff? Are we disappointed on that front? What are we feeling on the situation here? We can't sit and bash Chelsea really for this because, you know, every action in the transfer market, there's going to have to be consequences, and there's going to have to be some give and take. There's going to have to be some compromising. And, you know, the academy boys, whether we like it or not, represent pure profit on the books. They represent a situation where they're some of our most saleable assets. They're going to bring in the most money. And we do need to sell players. We do need to trim the squad down. And we do need to balance the books in some way. So, yeah. Let's wait and see what happens with this. But the expectation is it's going to go through. Think we'll have a sell-on clause. I hope so. 28 million for an unproven player is easy money. I'd also agree on that. Chelsea and Palace fans are both mad from the fans. Very disappointed about Hall, especially considering we have to sell him because of Yusuf Kukurea. Again, what I would say is that, yes, this could have been avoided. And hindsight, of course, is a great thing, guys. Of course, hindsight is a great thing. And if you look back now, obviously, with how it's worked out with Cucurella so far, it's a problem because realistically, Cucurella is blocking Lewis Hall's minutes. But again, let's look at it from Lewis Hall's perspective right now. Rightly or wrongly, there's not really a looking at left back, and there's certainly no looking at in central midfield either. And let's remember, guys, Lewis Hall predominantly by trade is a central midfield player. So this idea that, you know, maybe he wants to go and play in midfield, that could be a possibility. If he wants to be a midfielder, it is absolutely not happening at Chelsea. No chance. Is it going to happen at Newcastle? Maybe more chance, but still unlikely. But at the same time, you know, at least it means that Martson might sign a new deal now. And look, this fee could prove to be a bargain. But again, we're taking the huge presumptions here that Lewis Hall is gonna go on and become an absolute top player. Look, we've seen. Look, he's got all the ingredients to go and do it, but we've seen that a lot of young players that we've sold from the academy over the years haven't gone on to reach the heights that we expected them to go and do so. I did a video on this earlier on the channel, which you can check out after this stream, which goes into it in a bit more detail. But it's just saying that, you know, we have sold a lot of academy players over the years, and like as time goes by, no one's now really that bothered that we've done it. You know, at the time I was fuming about Tomori, but we went on to win the Champions League 6 months later, and then look at the options we've got at centre back now. Ultimately, if you're good enough, you will play for Chelsea Football Club, whether you're from the academy or whatever it is. If you're good enough, you will get opportunities to play. And you know, Lewis Hall did well when he played, but look, context is key here. It depends how you want to look at it. You could look at it one way and think 28 million potentially rising to over 30 million pounds for an 18-year-old kid that's played 12 senior football matches. You think that's good business. Or you could look at it 28 million pounds for a young 18-year-old that could go on and become a top player, one of the best in the league potentially in the future. For 28 million pounds is not a good deal. But guys, we have really enjoyed the business that Chelsea have done in this window so far. So it's going to come with a trade-off. And I know this is a simplistic way of looking at it. And it's slightly more complicated than that. And a number of factors have led to this situation. But if the trade-off for signing Lavia, for signing Caicedo, etc., meant that Lewis Hall had to be sold, then we would all be signing up for that. If Caicedo and Lavia coming in means that Lewis Hall had to be sold, then we would all sign up for that and we would all be fine with it. Look, the conversation about the academy is a separate one. I will give some thoughts on that in a sec. Lewis Hall is only 18 years old. Hall was a better chance of playing with Tonali than in our midfield, potentially. But again, they've got Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes in there as well. We sold so many players throughout the years. Only Salah and De Bruyne are the ones that we regret. Again, yes, but at the time, you know, I don't think anyone was bothered about them leaving because they didn't show anything at Chelsea to suggest that they were going to go on and become the players that they did. And they didn't go on and become those players instantly either. Hall's got his career to think of. Sentiment is there due to his time at the club. He might not do well at Newcastle, but wish him all the best. I agree on that. Again, look, Hall is a central midfield player. He probably has wanted to play there, but he's found himself shooting at left back for injury reasons. So yeah, it's kind of just the way it is really. I would keep Lewis Hall for a rotation. I mean, yeah, I probably would have done as well. It's business. Do you think Reece needs surgery? I would say yes, but let's wait and see what's happening with it. Griezmann likely joining MLS. Not right now, but at some point in his career. That's good perspective. A sell-on clause is non-negotiable for me. I would agree on that. But look, the role of the academy is twofold, people. It's to produce players for the first team, one, which Cobham has been doing, and it's to produce players that will go and have very good careers, but ultimately might not be good enough for Chelsea. And that's fine. And it's a way of making profit as well. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on that front with the academy going forward. Again, you could say, well, what message does that send that, you know, all the academy players are being sold or whatever, or the owners are only looking at Cobham as a cash cow? Well, hang on a second, guys. Levi Colwell signed a new 6-year deal, massive part of the future. Reece James, captain from Cobham, massive part of Chelsea's future. You know, we have given opportunities to academy players, and academy players will play for Chelsea in the first team and can be a mainstay and a big part of the plans going forward if they're good enough. And I'm not saying that Lewis Hall's not good enough. I think Lewis Hall is good enough to play. Is good enough to play for Chelsea, but I think we're only going to really find out how big a mistake this was in a few years' time, because right now we're purely basing it on the fact that we think he's going to become like an unbelievable player when we don't know how good he's going to become. And that's the reality of it. Yes, you know, a loan with an obligation, you know, 28 million pounds, maybe rising to over 30 it's not an awful. It's quite a small fee in this current market. Sure, I absolutely get it. I absolutely get it. But I think we just got to be realistic here. The squad had to be trimmed down. Tough decisions have to be made. At big football clubs, you have to make big decisions. We can't be doing things on sentiment. And ultimately, Lewis Hall, a very talented player, yes. Could he have had a future at Chelsea? Yes, he could have done. But we have to make tough decisions here. And if it means selling Lewis Hall, and it's enabled us to bring in Lavia, it's enabled us to bring in Caicedo and all these guys, which we've been raving about and praising the club for, then if Lewis Hall has to leave, and it's a situation that, of course, could have been avoided, in hindsight, the Cucurella signing looks poor now, for sure. Don't get me wrong, it does. But I'm still confident that he could come good. I mean, look, reality, the ideal situation for me on this would have been a loan for Lewis Hall this season, go and play regular football, and then let's see let's see what the situation is next summer. We could have increased his transfer value if he had a good season on loan. And if Cucurella didn't step up and wasn't up to business, then we see we see what happens at that point in time. So yeah, it's a strange one. It is a strange one. I would have personally done that, because then he could have been in a situation where we're like, right, Cucurella's done well. He's proven that he's the player that we've bought and can be really good for the club. So let's go and do that. And then we can sell Hall next summer. Or if Cucurella struggles again and Hall has a really good season, then we can be like, right, Hall's going to stay as the backup and Cucurella will look to sell him. That would have been the best way. That would have been the best way to go about it, in my opinion. But look, am I disappointed that Lewis Hall is going? Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. I don't hate the fact that he's going. Yes, he's a talented boy, but we're all presuming he's going to go on and hit the heights, and not every player does go and hit the heights. That is the problem. That is the problem. So yeah, look, it is what it is right now. It is what it is right now. But yeah, let's wait and see, guys, what happens with this Lewis Hall thing. Lewis Hall's not going to lose value. No, he probably isn't going to lose value. He would gain value. I don't think even if he had a bad season on loan, I don't think that he would lose any value necessarily. You'd still back yourself to get a half decent fee for him. There's no two ways about it. You absolutely would back that. But yeah, look, guys, it's been a mad day of Chelsea news. Lewis Hall, that loan move to Newcastle is seemingly going to happen very soon. A loan with an obligation seems to be the way that it's going at this point in time. So yeah, it's one of them, guys. But it's been a mad day. Let's see if there's any other news going on. Has anyone got any general Chelsea questions that they want to bang in the chat? Please let me know. Please do let me know, guys. Any Chelsea questions you want to put in the chat, let me know. And we'll go through some of them. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens on that front. But yeah, look, guys, 4 more likes to 250. Let's get those likes up. What are we saying in the chat about Lewis Hall? We need a better medical team. Our signings are now data-driven. Poch on the board worked hard to convince Cole to re-sign, but not Hall. Although Hall did re-sign, or he had agreed to re-sign. I think he signed the contract. So again, I'm not really sure. He would have been happy to stay. I mean, I really like Hall, but right now we would have wished to have accepted Bayern's offer for Callum. People need to be realistic. Nobody going to buy Cucurella right now because of how expensive he is. Yeah, I agree on that. Fofana, James Badiashile, and also Nkunku, yes. No, I don't think that's the case. Noni's obviously not played any minutes in pre-season because he had that hamstring injury that he picked up in the European under-21s. He's fit now, so let's wait and see what happens. What's the deal with Ziyech? No, he's not failed a medical. That was false news. He's passed his medical in Turkey, and a deal with Galatasaray is very, very close. This might be the 600. This might be the 700 one. I'm not sure. Should have kept Angelo for backup. I don't know. I don't think I've ever disagreed with what you say. You know what you're talking about. Well, thank you. I mean, I just say my opinion. If you agree and think it's right, then that's great. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just opinions. At the end of the day, guys, it's all love. We all want Chelsea to do well, and it's opinions. The person who has handled the Olise transfer should be fired, as because of him we are losing Olise and Hall. When's the Lavia announcement? It should be soon. Would you have rather kept Hall or Martson? I mean, I really like Martson as well. It's a tough one, that. It's a tough one, that. If I had to say, I personally probably would have kept Martson. But again, it's a toss of a coin sort of thing. It's a toss of a coin. As long as Lewis Hall is happy, it's his career. Agreed. Fancy making someone made of glass captain. We don't fear selling academy graduates. We know they only do well in Chelsea. Thoughts on Sanchez being number 1 goalkeeper? I called this a while back, Sanchez being number 1 goalkeeper. So I look, I'm not surprised at all. He's going to be the number 1. There's no two ways about it. I don't think he's a terrible goalkeeper by any means. He proved at Brighton under Graham Potter when he was playing regularly. He was one of the best goalkeepers in the league. He's not played for a while. He's a bit rusty against Liverpool. He hasn't played for a while at Brighton. He was dropped for non-footballing reasons. Some sort of issue with De Zerbi. But yeah, look, if he can rediscover his best form, then absolutely, I think there's a good goalkeeper there for sure. I hope so as well. Maybe I don't know. Put Sterling on the left wing and buy a left-footed right winger who can score goals. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Let's just all be excited about our transfer window. We do have excited times ahead. Have I missed? No, Marston's not leaving. Not yet. Anyway. Yeah, he wants a 25-man squad, which includes the 3 goalkeepers. So yeah, let's wait and see. Get Czech out of retirement as a backup. I was at the Ukraine charity game a couple weeks ago. Czech could still play, by the way. He could definitely still play. Yeah, bro, I'm all over that. I think that's something we should absolutely look at doing. I've been calling that for a long time. I think we should absolutely look at doing that. But yeah, guys, I am going to look to round this one out. It's been a great show tonight. It's been a great show. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. As always, there's been so much news to get through. Big up to every single one of you in the chat, guys. Thanks so much for your support. On the way out, 2 more favors. Keep running the likes up. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. We're on 250 likes. Let's get this to as close to 300 likes as possible on the way out. Still 200 in the building. And if you've not smashed that subscribe button, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out, guys. Make sure you smash the subscribe button on the way out. Let's keep growing towards the 6K mark. So yeah, smash the like, smash the subscribe button on the way out. Guys, so much news to get through today. Let's see what tomorrow's got in store for us with Chelsea. Today's been a mad day. Let's hope for good news for Reece James. Good news, if that makes sense. Let's see what happens with our pursuit of Barcola and Brennan Johnson. Let's see what happens with the goalkeeper. There's so much going on. But as always, guys, thank you so much for all your support. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's greatly appreciated. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Up the Chelsea and peace out, people.